Damn, saving.
Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs. Welcome back, guys. It's the boy Mystelics and we're back again for another vibrations on this here channel, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to this here channel as well. Even if we get the channels, I'll talk to you about the channels in a while, but even if we get the channels back, guys, I also want to do something. I had this whole epiphany about what I can possibly do with this channel. If we get, most likely we'll get back the other channels right there and then. Anyways, guys, in concern to the other channels, there has been some serious talks going on between the folks and all these people involved, and they're pretty much, I don't know, it seems like they're playing games or something, because we've showed them all the proof, all the stuff, and they're still asking, where is the proof, man? What you mean, where is the proof? The proof is right there. People have been messaging you, telling you what you have to do. Guys, the whole reason why this whole situation happened is because of one particular individual that decided to hate on other people's channel, or foreigners that were reacting. Now, the guy who pretty much started the whole thing, he's now involved in the whole situation, and he's asking different individuals what's the word, what's going on, and so forth. And they're still asking. They're still asking for some type of proof, man. Which is interesting, because why would you be asking for proof when there's proof right in your face? Right there. He's saying, no, it's not his channel that took down the channels. Yes, it was your channel. We actually saw the very channel. That's how we know who channel it is. We actually saw everything, because your name was written right on the thing, man. It was your channel that took it down, but he wants proof and all those kind of things. What proof you have to do? Okay, we'll give you proof in a while. We'll give you proof. Anyways, guys, so that is the latest right there. But guys, you can definitely subscribe to this channel, and of course, as time goes by, we'll get more information. But it seems like we have to mount some type of pressure on this guy for him to understand that this is not a joke, man. Because it seems like he's taking this for some type of joke, like it's funny. It's not funny, bro. There's no funny bone in this thing, my brother. And other people are also affected as well. Not just my channels, but other people as well. Because the reason for association, guys, is to help the other channels grow, especially within the niche that they're doing. This is why all channels that are connected to mine will definitely grow. That is why association is relevant. So therefore, when you take down one channel, you pretty much affect all the other channels as well. Anyways, guys, concerning the situation in Dominica, today is actually the day. July 15th is the day. That is the day set aside to open the borders of Dominica to that of the Dominican people outside of Dominica who want to come in as well. I guess you pretty much have to show that you're actually a Dominican or you have residence in Dominica. And when you do this, you'll be able to come in. But before you do that, guys, you have to ensure that you fill out the form online. There's a departure and arrival form that you have to fill out online, and this is what it looks like right there. It's actually on the Dominican government site, of which I will provide in the description below. So anytime you want to get that, you can definitely go to the description below and get that as well. Now, guys, keep in mind something very, very important. So I understand that Dominican borders is opening, not to the world, but to Dominicans. Dominicans are also living in the world with other people who are in the world, if you understand what I'm saying. So when Dominicans come in, the question still resides in something that I did on BrBpTV, asking the question, is Dominican prepared to allow the influx of individuals coming in? Yes, let Dominicans come in, but are we prepared to handle this? And I was talking to a nurse last night and some news people last night concerning the whole situation involving Dominican borders opening. And they were pretty much telling me that they are not sure exactly what the protocol is. I did, however, hear that they're going to be doing testing, they check the temperatures and stuff, but that is not foolproof. So what the nurse did tell me, they're actually going to have a meeting again to figure out what they're going to be doing right there and then. So yes, Dominican people will be coming in starting today, but the question is, what next? That is the big question right there. What next is going to happen? What are your thoughts on this, man? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below, because my cousin in Puerto Rico is telling me that over 10,000 individuals have confirmed cases in Puerto Rico, man. 10,000 people, and she told me most of the individuals actually came from the United States in hotspot areas, man. 10,000. Do you put 10,000 people, man? And I was pretty much asking her the same question that I was asking a while ago in terms of Dominica. Are we prepared? And when I asked her about the protection and the policies for which they have at the borders in Puerto Rico, she told me that she doesn't know. It seems like they're focused more on election, since election is around the corner. Now here in Dominica, we're going to be having another meeting as to what exactly needs to take place. And here in Dominica, today is our opening day for people from outside world who are Dominicans to come in, and we're going to be having a meeting. I think there was an advisory earlier on. I haven't seen it yet, but I'll check that out and give you guys an update. I'll probably put the link, if I get it, I'll put the link in the description below for you guys as well to check it out yourself. And then on August 7th, I believe it is, they're going to be bringing the world to come into Dominica. Tourists and everybody will be able to come into Dominica. People who have actually had a passport. And I must make mention of this right there for the people who want to travel outside of Dominica and into Dominica. So L'Express, the international service, is pretty much saying that they're going to be resuming their routes to Dominica from Friday August 7th for the Dominican people only apparently. And on this you can pretty much see the different dates and time given for departure in Dominica and Martinique and Guadeloupe, so you guys can check this out. Or if you want more information, you can definitely go to the site that you see at the bottom of the screen right there. Now guys, Barbados itself is also opened, and this is pretty much what they're doing right there.
So this is the entrance where the visitors will come in, those who have to be tested. All of the arrangements are set up. This is the queue in here. You got hand sanitizers all over the place. You have the machines on the other side. So anybody who doesn't have a PCR test, this is where they will be coming to. And nicely done. Tremendous work here by the team at Grantley Adams Airport. Lots of signage. The place has been completely transformed. It's hard to believe this was just a sterile, empty room. Immigration officers are in position, and everything is ready to roll. Health officers are ready. These are the forms which you will be required to fill out. And then beyond here is the seating area until you're called, and then the testing area is up at the back. So quite an impressive setup here at Grantley Adams Airport. This is the medical testing facility area where the test will be carried out for those who don't have the PCR testing. Then this is where they will wait, stage 4, for the results. They'll be seated here and wait. All the facilities that they need. There's food up at the other end. Physical distancing, as you can see. There is television, complimentary, charging stations for their mobile phones, hand sanitizing stations all around. So all in all, Grantley Adams Airport is ready to receive its first visitors on a commercial flight. Water welcome from Barbados, compliments to Barbados Fire Service. This is our first commercial flight since the COVID-19 experience. Through the cannons of water it goes. Dear Canada, welcome back to Barbados, Grantley Adams Airport. It's a buzz of activity at the moment. It's almost like the opening of the airport for the first time. And here she comes, a packed flight. Straight out of Toronto, Canada, landing at Barbados. Special welcome is planned for them. Royal Barbados Police Force Band is here to perform. Have a look at that.
So guys, as you can pretty much clearly see, there seems to be a plan from Mia Motley and a team when it comes down to the setting up and the arrival of people from outside of the country. There seems to be some sort of protocol in place. And I'm sure, well, I'm hoping that there's some sort of protocol in Dominica as well. I'm sure that there might be, but I just do not know if there is one in Dominica as well. I'm sure that there is, guys, but I do not know what the protocol is in Dominica. I wish somebody did a video like this so that we can definitely put it out there for others to see. What necessary is the protocol for people to then follow. But I guess the individuals at the airport will pretty much guide individuals as to what they need to do. Now guys, keep in mind, I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just saying I do not know what the protocol is. From the people I've asked, nobody seems to know what there is. So if you do know, let us know that in the comment box below as well. Anyways guys, in terms of arrival, departure and all these kind of things there, when it comes down to the foreign students in the United States, who we were told, by the way, we're going to have to leave the United States if they're doing online classes. Their next semester was online class, so they have to leave. But apparently there seems to be something in the Trump administration that is now saying that this has been retracted. So students pretty much do not have to leave if they're doing online classes. They just have to be able to take care of themselves. However, when I asked some individuals in this regard, they say that they're still gonna leave America. What is the point of them staying up there anyways, guys? I know some persons in Dominica who actually came to Dominica now have to leave to go back to the United States since the classes are actually in person. But for those who have online classes, what are your thoughts, man? Do you think you're gonna be leaving? Would you stay? What are your thoughts on this, man? Because I know they actually put pressure on Donald Trump, and I think Harvard was one of those who actually put some pressure with lawyers and everything coming into play for them to pretty much stop Trump from doing this right there. So based on this article right there by the HuffPost, I believe it is said that Donald Trump has retracted or rescinded his initial thought or policy on foreign students having to leave if they're doing online classes next semester. Only online classes. So what are your thoughts on this, man? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below as well. Now guys, I saw this video right there which got me a bit disturbed considering that it was a hit and run. But this is the video right there, guys.
Very political and fight this movement. Zelle 24 is this. I doesn't think that. Russia doesn't have a problem with that because I knew because they don't bring in that kind of
place. Well, this incident actually took place about 2 days ago, guys. And when I saw this video, I was quite disturbed because this was an elderly guy who tried to take his time to cross the road. And of course, because of his limp and his slow movement, he was not able to move quick enough to bypass the bus that was probably speeding towards him. And of course, the bus driver most likely was not paying attention and ended up hitting the guy. Of course, I would not show that on this video. But it ended up hitting the guy, pinching the guy, and of course, he ended up in a predicament. Now guys, this was a very sad situation for me in terms of the fact that this was an elderly person. The second thing, he was limping. He was trying his best to see if he could move as fast as possible across the road, man. And this guy just came and knocked, and he didn't stay. He just hit and run. That was it. He didn't even try to help the guy up. Nothing, bring him to the hospital, nothing like that. He just hit and run and didn't care. Where have we gone as a people, man? Where we just do things and don't care about, man. We don't care about the very life of another one. Life is the essence of reality for each and every individual, you know. For which, if we decide to take it from somebody who's not deserving of what you deem is their life, then what does that tell us about you as the individual? I hope that they do try to find this bus driver. But then again, I'm seeing the camera quality, and I'm trying to figure out the number plate. I'm like, these guys need help, man. They need better quality cameras to find this individual. I don't think that they can do much on this thing. The whole bus passing from the camera, I don't know why they have this, but then again, I just hope that they find this individual who did this, man. However, the individual is good. He's back on the streets. This is him right there after he came from the hospital. He survived. Thank God for that. Yet again. Now guys, I know things happen, you know, different situations tend to happen, but Mark Wissa, you know you hit the guy and you still decide to drive off, but thank God it's okay. Thank God for that. Guys, I was a meeting that took place, I believe it was last week, involving Kenny Mitchell, and I think there was a video that was created for which one of the family members sent to me, and I'm gonna send it to you guys as well, so check this out.
Kenny was my son, my first son. There is not a day that goes by I wouldn't think about that child, because Kenny was so bubbly. You know, every day there is a joke, something about him that makes you smile and laugh and cry at the same time. He was the clown of the family. I want justice for my son. And until I don't see justice for my son, that of my niece will stay on the ground. That's what I'm doing, praying for justice.
Kenny Mitchell had his life stolen from him by a white American tourist who vacationed in Anguilla.
It's justice for you and justice for I. Justice for Kenny.
People came in, security guards came in and told you to let him go. Because he said he wants to speak, you kill him. Something is wrong, something up somewhere, something happened.
And I pray in the face of all this injustice that I never show fear, that I am always brave.
Let us live not in hate and fear, but in love.
I am so emotional. I am so proud of my Dominica people, my family, my friends, Kenny's friends. Oh my God. Thank you guys. Thank you so very much.
Justice for Kenny Mitchell out and large all over the place, man. Justice for Kenny Mitchell, man. It's interesting, man. I tell you, it's interesting what is really going on. But justice needs to be had. And I'll say it again. Justice needs to be had for Kenny Mitchell. Give this video a thumbs up for Kenny Mitchell right there. Now guys, down in Grenada, there was a particular incident that took place. And I think I can pretty much relate this to Dominica and pretty much all the Caribbean islands where there's an influx of individuals for which the citizens of a country is seeming to be second class or third class citizens. This is what you have to see right there.
Listen, in our own country, we should not or never be forced to feel like we are second or third class citizens. Grenada is ours, where we born and grew and we navel strings bearing. So this thing where white people and suddenly the Chinese people, right, are treated with special spoons cannot work. And I am happy to see the amount of people who are calling the injustices out. Because this thing that happened in Fort Judy whenever, whether it's yesterday or the day before, is unacceptable. And I am waiting to hear from the Royal Grenada Police Force, right? Because if officers were called to intervene in clearly an assault situation, right, and they told the black man that this is a private matter or should be dealt with privately, then something wrong. Something wrong. I heard a journalist last night said, oh, maybe the police officers felt like they were out of place because they were called to an incident in Fort Judy where white people are. But in Grenada here, there shouldn't be a place that is out of place for us. It is a fact we may not be able as Grenadians to afford lands in certain places like the Fort Judy and the Lansapine and the True Blue, but each Grenadian is entitled to feel very much in place in your own country. But you see too, there is a flip side. You see how the police officers reacted, had the table flipped a bit, right? And like they said, let's say the black man was accused of assaulting the white man. Trust me, that black man would have done be arrested and charged already. We know that, that's a fact. But I don't really want to, it's a black mentality thing where when it comes to white people, we automatically feel inferior because in our minds we are already wired to believe that white people are superior to us, and that is a problem. So yes, this Black Lives Matter phenomenon that is going on around the world is very, very important, right? So we are telling white people, Chinese people, whichever other people, that Black Lives Matter. But you know what we're not doing? We're not telling ourselves it, and that's the problem.
Now guys, although this incident is pertaining to Grenada, we can pretty much put the same thing here in Dominica and all the other Caribbean islands. It seems like those who have the money have the power, no matter where they go, and then they are putting the citizens second. This is one of the reasons why I always told people, when the Chinese are coming in, don't get me wrong guys, I like my Chinese people, some of them are pretty cool, they're pretty nice and airy and whatever, blah blah blah. Now guys, in light of the whole situation, when it comes down to money and power, it seems like money and power go hand in hand. Since people want money and they want money, if you can get money, now they want to get it now. Look at the blessing loom. The blessing loom is in utter catastrophe right now in Dominica, for which some individuals are making noise. I've heard that they're going on Asa Banton live and making noise about blessing loom and so forth. Anyways, with that said guys, it seems like the love of money itself and the love of getting money will cause people to be controlled by the very people on top. If the person on top has money and you want money, then the person on top will control you because you want that money, and then that person on top will hire you. However, if you have principal factors for which you will never allow somebody on top to ill-treat you, that is where we will draw the line. When somebody understands that money does not control you, but your principal factor does, that will be the defining point where the people on top will realize that, hey, we need to do things better. Remember, the majority is at the bottom. And I was listening to an interview on the Breakfast Club with an individual that was talking about being treated, but the pilot has the absolute power to say, hey, I don't want you on my plane. And she goes out and talk about, you know, black power and black buying power and everything, and then they show the whole gist of businesses closing down when black people are not buying from them and all those kind of things there. The majority at the bottom controls the few at the top, even though the few at the top might have the money. It is the principal factor that we do not let money control us, but let principle guide us. That is the only way we're going to stop the people on top who seemingly have power because of money. There's a difference. I said earlier that money and power seems to go hand in hand. That is not the case. Power is independent to money. But we, wanting money, makes the people with the money gain the power. That is a huge difference right there, guys. We must never let money control us. Yes, get money, but do not make it control you, where you have to sell yourself short to individuals who believe they can do whatever they want. And that is where you give up your power to people. So just keep that in mind right there, okay guys? I saw this video right there, guys, and I was like, hey, let me share it with you guys. What are your thoughts, man? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below as well. Now guys, I saw a rather interesting video, man, that made me think about what the lady was saying about black power and black strength and everything, man. Guys, listen to this right there.
And I was made to feel inferior, cause society said brown girls prettier.
She's talking about skin color, yes. understanding the blackness of your skin, but what about the power of your crown though?
Me love the way me look, me love me pretty black skin. Respect you to me strong melanin.
She's wearing weave and she has all kinds of weaves on her head, inculcating that of another culture that is not yours, because your hair is not like that.
Me because it never come from a Caucasian, trust me. This a black colorism, big hypocrisy. So
that simply means the mind itself, yes, though it knows what it wants, the action sometimes does not follow suit with what the mind is actually telling it. Guys, what are your thoughts on this, man? Leave that of course in the comment box below. This is pretty much all the boy has for this here vlog, man. Like I said, guys, please subscribe to this here channel. Even if I were to get up the other channels, I will definitely be doing something new on this channel as well. I have it, I thought about it last night, guys, and I have it down to par. Keep that in mind, guys. Definitely subscribe to this here channel, and of course share these videos as well, guys, if you want others to see it in this here up and down vibration. Anyways, guys, about Mystelics on Mystelics. Remember, guys, be real. Tell all the dirty rock people them. Stop their dirty ways, people. Stop your dirty ways. Be real, guys. Be positive and definitely stay prayed up.
Damn, say that you good.
Welcome to our Mystelics vlogs.
One day I will blow. Something we're gonna show.
Wow! This life is a constant uphill battle, but it's also filled with some beautiful moments.